Hello Pisces, Elsie here to do a reading for you. It is a bonus read, Pisces. How you doing, my water family? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. Look, just first off, I'll tell you, I got the windows open, so you're going to hear some street noise, people, possible screaming and yelling of children who are being beaten in the streets. I'm just saying. Just kidding. Anyways, I'm here to do a reading for you. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. It is 70 degrees in the Great White North. Woo! Thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. That's all I can say. Mother Nature is being kind to us. Pisces, if you are interested in a private read, please know I just started a sale. It just began yesterday, and you get 10% off my pre-recorded readings. Please go take a look at the Hypsee link, and you'll see all my packages and prices. And with the code that is in the pinned comment, Flower Moon is going to take you right through past the full moon in Scorpio on the 1st of May, so it ends on the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Let's find out what's going on for Pisces in this bonus read. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Thank you for your thumbs up if that's what you're here to do today. I appreciate you loving on this channel. It's growing. You can see it. Pisces, we have, the Four of Cups. I did just a reading just now for Sagittarius. And that was the first card that came up there as well. Let's find out why the Four of Cups is here. We've got the Four of Pentacles. We've got the Hierophant. We've got the Five of Cups. We've got the Eight of Cups. Fine, you'll get your own stability. That's what I heard exactly when I put those two cards down together and they touched. Charlie just said, fine, I'll go and find my own stability then. So I think what's happening here, Pisces, as I take a quick look, it feels like there's been some sort of rejection. And it feels as though it were a betrayal. I think somebody went quiet on you, Pisces. That's what it feels like. This could be a friendship. This could be somebody that you're dealing with that you're close to in terms of emotion. I feel like, you thought that everything was in a happy place. It feels like that. Like this could be a deep friendship, an emotionally bonded friendship, or, relation to a family member, or possibly an emotional relationship, but it feels like you're dealing with some sort of emotional rejection. I think that somebody went silent on you, so it feels like a ghosting, or it feels like even though your texts are getting through, they're just leaving you on read, nobody's answering. It feels like that. I feel like somebody's holding back. They're not sharing their time, efforts, or energies with you, and I feel like it makes you feel rejected. It makes you feel like, I wish I wouldn't have spent all that emotional energy on them. It feels like a bit of emotional regret, if you know what I mean. I feel like you give it some time. I'm going to say this could have happened already, but I feel like for most of you, it's happening in the future here. I feel like you're going to find the stability to stand on business. Like I feel like you're going to dig your heels in and stand on business and say, you know what, I'll find my own stability then. I'll find another connection. I'll find another commitment, whatever it is. I don't need this. I feel like you are detaching. You're like, fine, then you don't care about it. Then I don't care about you. It feels like the final decision is here. It feels as though this situation was meant to teach you a lesson, and I think the lesson was to grow you into the King of Swords. The King of Swords is the final person, the final decision, the one that makes the final decision about everything. And the King of Swords is doing it in a way that is not necessarily kind, right? And it's not unkind. Please understand, it's a neutral energy of, I'm just going to bring you the facts. I'm going to bring you the receipts. I'm going to tell you why this is going on the way it is. I feel like that's how you're going to deal with this, Pisces. Is you're going to say, fine, you know what? You can leave me on red. I don't really care, but I get it. I get the details here. And yeah, too much of a coward to come forward. I get it, but I'm not too much of a coward to speak my mind. And this is the way it's going to be. The King of Swords is just going to tell it to you like it is without sugarcoating it. But I feel like you're going to be a little bit kinder than that because you are Pisces. I feel like you're going to throw some emotion on it a little bit just to soften the edges possibly. But I feel like you are done settling for people who don't move. People who won't make a decision, people who are moving too slow. I think you're just done with it. People who won't commit. I think that you are done with going the distance, making the conversation, putting your feelings into it, just for someone to shut down and shut off, right? For someone to become miserly with their time, their energy, their efforts, or their money. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. I think you're listening to your intuition, which says this is over. And I think you're just going to go around to the places that this person can contact you and block them on social media likely. This sharp sword is double-edged, but I don't think you want to do it, but I think you will. Yeah, the death card is here. So I feel like this whole situation has changed you, or it will change you. I feel like it will transform you into, you know what? When it's over, I'm just going to leave. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to write 5 pages of text to tell this person how I feel. I don't think that's how you're dealing with it, Pisces. I think you're just like wielding the sword of truth, just saying, okay, I get it. If you're too much of a coward to reply to my text, then I guess I'm out. The death card here is telling me that something here is taking a new shape. It's transforming and the door is closing. I feel what you're doing is you, my friend, are becoming unavailable to people who are unavailable. I think that you've decided, I know which ones those are now, and I'm going to deal with everybody in a bit of a detached way until they can prove me wrong or right, and that's the Hierophant energy. I'm going to stand back as a Taurus. I'm a Taurus, so I'm going to stand back and I'm going to get more data. I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to get more data. I'm going to get the data, the truth, the honesty, and your actions are going to tell me way more than your words. And so I feel like that's how you're going to be dealing with people now. We've got the Justice card. Yep. I feel like you are closing a door here. I feel like you're closing a door, blocking somebody, deciding that they no longer get your time, your efforts, or your energy here. The Justice card tells me you need peace. You need peace, you need harmony, you need balance in your life, and you're doing that by taking back. 4 Pentacles, you're doing that by taking back your energy. You're not sharing it anymore. And I think you're just going to share it with people who are going to share it with you. And the 3 of Cups is here. So I feel like you're off to like a new soul tribe or reunion with people who celebrate with you. So this could be a soul tribe. This could be a friend. It doesn't have to be a group of people. But it feels like you have decided, you know what? I'm just going to stand on business and I'm going to give love to people who give me love. I'm going to celebrate with people who celebrate with me. And that's what's going to give me my justice. I'm no longer going to deal with these unavailable people who can't stand on business. Tell me about the 4 of Cups. We've got the 10 of Cups. I think that you thought everything was fine. That maybe everything was happy, everything was fine, and then this person just went cold. We've got the 6 of Swords. But I think you're moving on from there. Look, I feel like it feels like this was emotional chaos for you to wait, for you to wish, for you to hope, for you to wonder what's going on. I feel like you just needed to detach so you can just carry on to a calmer place mentally. Because I feel like this was not only screwing with your emotions, but screwing with your mental capacity as well. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like from here on, the place that is the calm for you is pulling back your energy. Taking it all back, doing it for yourself, becoming far more confident. I feel like it's almost like this is a lesson that taught you that, you know, you need to focus more on your time, your health, your energy, the building of you, the building of a business. I feel like you've decided, you know what, I'm no longer going to give my time away to people who are going to misuse it. I'm definitely not going to give my emotional energy to people who misuse it, because I think that the 4 of Cups is representing some sort of an emotional rejection. And I think that you thought it was fine. But then when it went quiet, I feel like the 6 of Swords is here saying, this is far too chaotic. I'm not dealing with this. Tell me why the Hierophant is here. You're standing on business, friend. We've got the Temperance card. Oh, I kind of love that, because I feel like you then heal the self instead of going back and forth. Should I try? Shouldn't I try? Are they interested? Are they not interested? It feels like you just make your decision, the final decision, to cut the ties that were binding you to them or to the energy that was keeping you stuck where they were. And I feel like in a moment of alchemy, you stand up and say, now I'm on my own path. Now y'all are just going to be taking orders from me, because I'm not allowing anybody to pull me off the path. I feel like anybody who tries to pull you off the path is going to see you dig your heels in more. We've got the 5 of Pentacles. And we've got the 6 of Pentacles. Well, I kind of love that, because the healing is here with Temperance, stability in a moment of alchemy. And what it's healing is you feeling left on the outside looking in. I really do believe that you're about to either meet new people or a group of people, or maybe you already do have a group of people, right? It feels like that you've decided that you're going to spend all of your time giving your emotional happiness, celebration, all of that energy on. You're going to give that to people who are giving it back. Because the 6 of Pentacles is here. You demand reciprocity. You can stand on your own. It's not like you can't. You can do it. You've proven to yourself with the Hierophant and the Nine of Pentacles that you can do it on your own. There's no reason why you can't. You're organized. You're in glow up stage. You can focus on yourself. You really don't need anybody, but it'd be nice to have a group of people, a social group of people, I feel, that you could lean on. It's always good to have some sort of connection, right? So I feel like you decide that you are just going to dig your heels in. You're going to heal the self, heal the path. I feel like you are standing on business, and you're no longer, I feel like the Temperance is here to heal you, feeling like you've been rejected, or feeling like you're on the outside looking in, or that there's distance. I feel like you now are giving people, it's reciprocal. You got to give it to me or you're out. That's it. We got the Ten of Pentacles. I think this is a lesson for the ages. It's going to take you into your future. Tell me about how you are disconnecting. We've got the Seven of Swords. You're going silent. You are going silent. I'm going to say whoever I'm talking to, your cutoff game is pristine. Because when I see Aquarius energy here and Taurus energy, that is pristine cutoff game, is what that is. I feel like you are just detaching emotionally. I feel like you're the person who gives and gives and gives emotionally. I'll gush on you. I'll give you all the emotion you want. But if you do me wrong, I will cut you. Not physically, of course, right? You two gods are watching. I feel like you're just like, I will go silent so quick your head will spin. I feel like you're not allowed to lie to me. You're not allowed to lie to me. And you know what? I feel like you may have ignored your intuition. And I feel as though you may have had this, I don't know if this is going to work, but I think against your better judgment, you may have gone forward, because the Seven of Cups is here. And so I feel like it may have been a little bit of illusion, or falling in love with potential, or yeah, this could work. But I feel like you ignored your intuition here, and you took the Two Cups anyway, and saying, you know what? I know what the risks are. I'll take the risk. We've got the Eight of Swords. So it does feel like it puts you into a mental loop for a little bit, puts you into this prisoner of the mind energy. It feels as though you are, look, she's kind of looking up, right? You can see that she's looking up at the Eight of Swords. It's like you've been here before. You decided to take the risks. You took the risk. It didn't work. And it ended up in the Five of Cups. And maybe there's a little bit of a regret, a tiny bit of a regret that you actually stepped forward on it anyway. We've got the two. Yeah, you made the decision here. And I think you made the decision without checking with your intuition first. I think you were believing what you were seeing. In other words, I think this person, if it is romantic for you, was very attractive. And it feels like you're like, oh yeah, this must be the person. Look, there's so many people. Like I do private readings all day, every day. Not all day, but you know what I mean. And so many people just really, really want that to be a soulmate connection. So they just rip off the sticker and put it on that person's forehead. And, oh yeah, this is my soulmate. When really it's not, right? So I feel like you made a decision in the 3D, and you're like, I'll take whatever rap comes. I feel like you were willing to take a risk with your emotions in order to see if this was going to work. Because I feel like this could be somebody that you did feel connected to. And listen, if you felt connected to them like a soulmate, who am I to tell you didn't? But not every soulmate is the one you're supposed to date. A lot of them are karmic. They're here as a soulmate so they can get their way into your life, and they can do whatever they want in your life in order to teach you a lesson. You won't have your guardrails up with a soulmate. And some of them are karmic. They're just here simply to teach you a lesson, but the reason they show up as soulmate energy is so they can get in easier in order to teach you a lesson. Let's talk about the King of Swords, because I don't feel like anybody's ever going to do this to you again. I think you've learned your lesson. King of Swords tells me we've got the Devil energy. Yeah, you're cutting yourself away from codependency, from fear, from doubt. I feel like you're no longer going to feel bad about this. You know what this was? It taught you a lesson, and it gave you this powerful glow up. It made you realize, I don't need anybody. It'd be nice to want someone, but I'm independent. I really look good. I've had a glow up. This whole situation may have been a crash out, and may have in the end made you glow up, and that's what you should focus on. So I feel like that this thing was costing you too much time, energy, and effort, that you were putting in way more effort than they were, almost an obsessive amount. Also, they may have bled you of money. They may have just been there simply so you would buy them dinner, buy them cute things, buy them nice things. You know what I mean? Spend money on them. And I think that that you probably did, but I think that you've learned better of it because the Queen of Wands is here. I feel like you attracted this person because you are attractive, but I feel like you've learned that not every person that shows up and says I'm attracted to you is worth your time or energy. I feel like you're cutting yourself away from toxic things. You're going to see them coming now, but the King of Swords is here with the sword that is going to cut you from the ties that bind you. What's the advice for Pisces? We've got the Three of Swords. We've got the Knight of Swords. And we've got the Nine of Wands. It feels like this whole situation has put you into mental burnout. Yeah, it feels like it really did disappoint you, possibly broke your heart. But I feel as though the Knight of Swords is here. It taught you also how to speak up, how to kick open the door and say, nah, bruh, sit down. I got something to say. I feel like it really taught you how to just finally, like, I don't even think there was a waiting period. You know what? When you sent the first text and they didn't answer back, I think you just cut them. I think you cut them out of your life. You blocked them everywhere. I don't even think you waited. Like, it feels like you waited maybe a few days or a week for them to answer. And when they didn't, you took the sign as, well, then you're done. I'm done with you. If you're done with me, I'm done with you. So the Knight of Swords tells me that some sort of energy comes in pretty quick. It does cause temporary disappointment or heartbreak. But I feel like it's because you're burnt out. You're burnt out with the same scenario, the talking phase and then ghost. Or you finally get a date or two and then ghost. I think you're done with it. It feels like it's just burning you out. The talking phase is burning you out. Last card, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like that you, my friend, need to focus more on yourself than you're focusing on other people. A lot of people who are if you have too many things going on in your life and you feel like there's too many things that are bigger than you that you can't fix, you will tend to focus out there. Finding someone to come into your life to drag you off into the sunset so you don't have to deal with the hardship that's going on in your life at the time. I feel like the Eight of Pentacles tells me you're working on the self. It is self-mastery. I feel like somebody here is looking over details, finding out where they did go wrong and becoming very clear. This is healing, Four Swords. Becoming very clear about how they got themselves into the situation in the first place. And I don't think you're doing this anymore. Bottom of the deck, look at this. I love it. It's the shift into your Empress energy. Friend, whether you're the man or the woman, the feminine or the masculine, you are leveling up. See, that's what it is about karmic soulmates. Look, it's shitty. It is. They hurt your feelings. And I'm sorry if that happened to you, but it's simply here. This one was here to level you up into the Empress energy, which is the place where you don't need it. You can have it if you want it. If you invite it in past the boundaries, you can have anything you want when you're the Empress. You attract it, and I feel like if you want it, when it shows up, you can say yes. But this whole scenario here shifted you into the Empress energy, and now you don't need it. Now, when it shows up, you can look it over, pull it apart piece by piece, Virgo energy, and decide if you want it. But I feel like this tower was here to shift you into the Empress energy, which is the place you want to be, because now you have choices, not needs. You have wants. So you can choose whether you want it or not. I'm going to leave this right here. Thanks so much for being here and watching. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Pisces, for all the ways you love on the channel. Happy day to you. I hope it's beautiful where you are. I'll be back because I'm always back. Be well. Thanks. Bye-bye.